If you want to subscribe to the live screen sharing room on DAX and watch every day the live trades I do on time during the market hours, the first hour of cash trading and then US session, and why I'm taking these trades, you can go on my Twitter page here at this name and click this on the pin tweet here, this link which will prompt you to a PayPal subscription service which is have a small description here, and the first 2 days is free, then you can have free cancellation if you wish so, and then it's just 19 euros a month. So if you click login here, then this will prompt you to a subscription details, and then you will need to let me know about this so I can send you the password, and so you can be able to log in every day and watch the live screen sharing. Or you can just go to my YouTube channel here, which I upload every day the video after what happened after the European cash market closes, and this is the link here of the everyday recording after the market closes. So this is just free, so you can feel free to go here and just watch this. Okay, hello everyone. So today we got down once again here at the open. Now we just held support here at yesterday's low, which was very small range balanced day. The question now is if we break below here and we go towards a move down to the weekly lows 500. You can see the weekly profile here. We need to see if we hold here support at previous week's lows, and then eventually we grind higher, then see if this can grind all the way up. In case of further downside here, looking for a move towards 400 eventually. This is too far from here. Also in case of support here or even at yesterday's low support, looking for a move up to gap fill up to 600, 620 area. This will be very nice trade if it happens. So let's see how this will play out now. Price straight flash down here, looking to see if we have a rebound here. So I will go short for a move down towards 500, 490 area. Otherwise, perhaps you can let this go there and see if it holds for a long here, then a gap fill, and then a move up to 600 eventually. Would like to go short now here. I initiated a short position here at the rebound against these 33, 34 area, so looking for a continuation of this move. Scale out first part of the short position here since 23 is now looking for a move down to 500 here, then eventually 490s, 480s, and see if it holds. If it holds, we'll go long here for a potential move higher. Also looking at the 30-minute chart here, you can see this weekly consolidation, which have 700s, 500s here, just at the closing to the lows here. So very important level to see. Scale our second target here, 20 points into the trade, looking for the flash down lower here and see what it does. Scale out further the position now, we still have one at 84s for a flash down here. Flatten the position now, we would like to see if this goes above 500, we'll go long for a move up to VWAP at least. Let's see if this happens. Initially the long position here at 500s. Now need to see if this will hold at least for the short term to give us a bounce 10 points or so. We have many times tested this area here, so you can see in the past. So basically the area above now, that was the previous week's low here, so need to see if this will bounce, generally all the way up, or if this will give a shorter bounce at least, or if this will flash further down towards and enter this kind of before the year ends range, and then eventually down to 400s here. So scale out faster the first target here in order to take some out of this trade and see if this generally will hold us a support here. Very nice entry down here. Also this size of initial balance trades has high probability it will take an out both sides high and low during the day, so let's see if this happens. Price held nicely so far here, so leaving the rest for VWAP, then eventually all the way up to gap fill at least. Flatten the rest of the long position here, one small profit target and scratch here, so need to see if we flash further down. Generally allow this some time to trade until at least 14 minutes, until the first 30-minute candle can be developed, so we see the second one if it bounces further high or if it flips towards the downside. This pullback is too strong here, so perhaps we'll see some continuation lower. So looking on the bigger time frame here on the weekly chart, you can see we moved straight out of previous week's value area. Yesterday just consolidating here, lack of continuation of moves due to US holidays, so now below previous week's lows. Next area of support is down to 400, 420 is this kind of tails and previous week, the year before low here, so that is a major support. Now the question is if we hold here or if we trade a little bit lower then we reverse above here, but let's give this some time now. Straight down here, so looking to see later on the 30-minute chart here if next 30-minute candle will be a reversal candle or a continuation candle when this opens. So if we suppose this is the low, looking to see if we rebound, if we bounce from there. Also this is well traded area, so as I said earlier, major support is at 400s here. So we have a dollar weakness here today due to this dollar index DXY here, due to Trump comments that the currency is too high, so this is fading equities. Also have Theresa May later on talking about Brexit or something, so we need to see if it goes there. It was good I flattened the position immediately here, although I could have flipped short against 500s here for a potential move lower. So we are 70 points or so for the first hour of cash trading range. Average is 85, also most common range is 55, so this in the past used to happen very often, like having 100 points at least the first hour, so now it's not that common. So let's see the next 30-minute candle if have a reversal or something. Held some support here on the 1 minute low. Also having VIX here gapping up today. Need to see if this will hold for a move up to 15 area at least, or if this will just be faded and the market will grind higher later on. So we have the second 30-minute candle, first half of the hour of the first hour of cash trading here. So then we need to see if we hold any kind of support or even fake down previous candles low, then comes back. This Bollinger Band is too wide and price is too much outside. Of course, this doesn't mean this cannot hold like straight down 400s and even Bollinger Band expands further. But let's focus at the lows here, so if we have a retest here and then price goes above, I will initiate a long for a potential reversal and the second 30-minute candle will close inside Bollinger Band towards the midpoint at the time. Okay, so price bounced already here at the next 30-minute candle, didn't even test it, the low of the day. Here you can see when a range is exhausted here, perhaps it's safer to go against the trend if you have in your mind that range cannot expand further. So the question now is what we'll do on VWAP and 500 area here, if we hold the resistance for a continuation lower or if we flash above and go towards the initial balance high later on. Most likely for this to remain a B-shaped day, so we have long liquidation here, then price balances towards the lower side of the range. Of course, if the resume doesn't say anything market panic style, perhaps we can have a relief rally and you see all this reversing all the way up 600s, but it's too early to judge here, so let's give this some time to see. Okay, so here we are after the first hour of cash trading. You can see here price straight down here at the cash open, waited for the rebound and shorted here. Very nice straightforward trade. Scale out down to weekly lows here, then got long for potential rebound. Scale out, then scratched. Now need to see if this will just remain a B-shaped day, which means it can balance sideways and perhaps having some support at 63 at the lows, then bounce higher. Also, if this was long liquidation before UK Prime Minister has a press conference later on and she doesn't say anything aggressive about which will cause market panic, do not be surprised if this goes above VWAP 500, then reverse all the way up to 600s. Also looking at the Bollinger Band here, you can see we previous 30-minute candle here closed outside next to an open and closed inside. Now perhaps we see some another retest here in price balance and then perhaps goes up to 500s and the midpoint of Bollinger Band at the time. Also the bigger picture here on the profile, you can see next major support is down to 420s 400s area. This is where the previous consolidation lows almost was before the year ends. Here now we broke this multi-weekly support range here from 500s to 700s. Now we are at this 480s 400s range, so we need to see if we go and balance within this range. Also looking on the daily chart here, you can see this range here on the daily is this 400s here, which is a previous swing high from the past as well. Okay, here we're a few hours later after the UK Prime Minister speech. Here you can see, as talking earlier, do not be surprised if this reverses all the way up. Market didn't even touch 400s here, so we need to see if it goes up to value area of yesterday's range and fill this gap. Then we have another gap to fill up to 600s. We'd like to see what price will do at this area here. Perhaps a good short opportunity, or better wait and see if it goes to 600s. You can see straight up here. Also looking on the daily chart here, you can see how important are the levels of the bigger picture, as showing earlier this area of support here to the tick now inside Bollinger Bands and this range, so we're going to see if it goes all the way up to the other side of the range, 650s. Gave it a go and shorted here against 53s, yesterday's value area low, held resistance to the tick here, so we need to see if we have a pullback at least 530s. So price actually ripped straight through yesterday's high here, so we need to see if it holds support here and balance, then gradually grind higher towards this gap fill weekly close 600s here later during US session, already bouncing from midpoint of initial balance here. Okay, hello again. So let's see where we are. We sold off down earlier this AM, this morning below 500s, never went above VWAP and slightly new lower lows here at this kind of channel. Once UK Prime Minister began talking here, this reversed fully 100 plus points all the way up to yesterday's high here, which is failed as well. Great opportunity for a short. Of course, if we see another return on 580s, today's high, yesterday's high, need to see if it fails for a short as well. Perhaps a move down, a pullback down to VWAP at the time of 500s. Also, I said earlier on for the Bollinger Bands. Here we can see basically now failed above here, so we need to see where it finds direction. Also, let's have a look on the daily chart once again here. As said earlier this morning, the major support is down to 400, 420 area. These previous before the year end consolidation rates, price to the tick, they are now inside of this consolidation. We need to see now if we just balance within and trade towards the other side slightly, or if we continue towards the retest of the lows. Also looking on the weekly profile here, you can see, if I split this, you can see this major support down here at 420s, 400s. Of course, price didn't even manage to go there, but this will be great long opportunity, and price immediately reversed and is back inside previous week value area. So in general, if we see price moving below 534s here, looking for a move down to 490s weekly lows here. So we can see some resistance here immediately reversed from yesterday's point of control here, 62s or so. On the other hand, we have some support here at the pullbacks at the initial balance midpoint and first hour of cash trading high here, 33s. So the question is if we hold here and go for a move up to the high of the day, or if this was the resistance and now price will fail and go below initial balance low towards 500 or VWAP. Also SPY attempted to fill some of the gap and now heading lower towards 226. So let's see, let's give it some time to see. Initially the long position here in anticipation that this support here at initial balance high and midpoint will hold and price will move gradually higher up to the highs of the day. You can see here every time price touched here, flash down, then bounce higher. So let's see if this will give us a move to the upside. So you can see every time price is going here at the initial balance high and your US cash opening price and earlier as well at the midpoint is getting absorbed and bouncing from here. I did another long here at 40s and scaled out already. Now waiting to see if both long positions would give us a move at least up to 565s, 585s area here at the high of the day. Let's see if this happens. You can see you identify an area of support and you trade against here. Of course this might not work and price can just reverse, but until it does here, you can locate the trade at just at this level, 40s or so. Scale out further the position here now, leaving the rest to see scaling. Will scale out at 65s here and then leave the rest. See if it goes up to the high of the day and see if there is a good area for short there as well. And scale out at this first long here position now, leaving the rest for further upside to see. Scale out further the position here, the flash move here higher, although haven't managed to get filled higher here, so we need to see if last part will give us all the way up to 580s or so. Just flatten the rest of the long position here, 2 profit targets, 1 loss here. Other trading worked very nicely here towards the upside. Now we need to see if this will remain as an absorption and we have higher lows here in price, then exaggerate towards the upside. The only issue is that SPY is holding the lows. The good thing on the other hand is that we have a nice tick trying to skew towards the upside here, although not greatly ticking higher. So let's give this some time to see. I got flattened out here, so let's see where the next opportunity will be, if it goes perhaps here for a short maybe. Not the best idea to flatten the position here. It seems as soon as I flatten to the tick here, price immediately went towards the direction of the trade. So let's see if this will give us a print up to 585s or so, and if this fails here, see if this will be a good short opportunity as well. Basically in trading, what you need to train yourself to do is to wait for the price to go at your level of preference for X and Y reasons, and then wait for price to go and develop further. No matter what and how volatile this can be, you need to adapt according to what market is doing at the time, because if you have high expectations on a low range environment, then you are hesitating and you are thinking differently later after this. Okay, so here we are a few minutes until the European cash close. As you can see, nice swing in the midday here due to UK Prime Minister. Also very nice short entry here this morning after this flash down move, waiting for the rebound, shorted against this balance low straight down, then got long here, one profit target and one scratch. Then waited, basically got a long here at the retest of the low of the first hour of cash trading low, scale out, then flatten the positions here, and waited all the way until the US session and got long here, identified absorption until initial balance high and saw this support earlier at the initial balance midpoint as well. Scale out the position, although couldn't manage to hold up for all the as the plan was up to the half the day, and haven't shorted either here.